Hi folks, how you doing today? What we have here is a piece that's actually pretty dear to my heart. Back in the mid-80s, about 1985, I got this bright idea of building some one-arm bandit cowboys. I found some wood carvers that were really good. So I decided that I think I would make some Frank Polk reissues. So I built a cowboy. Long story short, called Mr. Polk, said, guess what? I'd like to build some Frank Polk reissues. He said, are you kidding me? Then he said, what do you got? I met with the man. He liked the carving so well, he granted me the rights, and I paid him a handsome amount of money. And I bought the rights to all 92 figures. I bought the artwork for all of them. This was my first run and only run of them. I only built one of the models, although I have the rights to all of them, because it was a monumental project. So this is the one that I built. This machine right here was, I think, number 3. We'll look at the numbers in a minute. I sold this machine 25 years ago. It went around the horn. Guy calls me from Oregon last year, finds me on the internet and says, Mr. Schaefer, I got one of your figures. I'd like to sell it. I found you on the internet, and I think that you'd be the guy I'd like to sell it back to. So I paid the guy the money that he wanted. He actually delivered it to me down here to Southern California. I was very pleased to have another one. So these were constructed with 2-inch kiln dried, hand carved, laminated wood. Everything here is the same way that Frank did it. Frank actually supervised me and worked with me on this project. Every nut and bolt is done the same way Frank did it. It's 2-part cast aluminum gun. All of the wood is 2-part laminated, hand carved. I actually, in the beginning of this process, I went to Las Vegas and met a guy and bought 20 of these horseshoe high tops. So this is a pedigree slot machine. It actually came from the horseshoe, so it is a Las Vegas slot machine. I was fortunate enough as well that back in the day I built packages that went with these that had all of the paperwork in them. So here, what we have to start with is, back in the day, they did a magazine. There was a magazine called Loose Change. They put me on the cover for doing the project. This comes with the machine, as well as they actually kept the original certificate of authenticity with 1 coffee stain on it, which makes it kind of cool. This has been with the machine for 30 years. Goes with it. This was the original paperwork with what I did for each and every machine. This is more one of the special machines because I got really lucky. I wasn't able to get pictures of every machine with Frank, but this particular machine I did get a photograph with Frank Polk with the machine. So this is the original carver at a show I did. He came to the show with me in the booth when I introduced these machines. So that's kind of a cool piece as well. There's other paperwork in here which you'll get if you buy the machine. The other thing that comes with it is, and you should actually read this, Frank Polk was a real wily character. I'm telling you, this guy got around movie stars. He was actually a rodeo guy, rode with Casey Tibbs, was a friend with Slim Pickens, which was, he was a cowboy rodeo clown before he became a famous movie star. This is a great book. It's done in cowboy talk. It is an actual autobiography of Frank, and it's Frank because Frank stuttered. In the book as well here is a portion on when he built the cowboys. So this is kind of a really nice piece. It's a full-size 6-foot cowboy. Come around here, I'll show you the way that we marked them in the back. So the machine has a nice original back door, etc. And the way that we did this was, here you see Frank actually gave me a signature. I had it made into a brand. So I branded his name in each of the figures. This is number 3 of 50. I made 50, as well as up here. I branded the head, which is really the basic major artwork of the machine. It's also number 3 of 50. The actual slot machine has been completely gone through, runs good. It has a physical jackpot in it, so if you hit the 3 bars, it's going to drop the jackpot. Everything is done correctly. The base is 1/4 inch steel with a 1-inch rim. He's as tough as they get. I mean, they're built correct. This is a beautiful machine. Be careful when you get it because it may scare you a little bit, as they usually do. Anyway, folks, If you want a piece of American history and you'd like to have a beautiful cowboy in your house, you guys up there in Montana with the cabins, etc., this would be a great addition to your home, game room, etc. It's a piece of real estate, going to hold its value. I wish I didn't have to sell it, like to keep it, but life goes on.